And hello everybody, this is Rebel Gaming coming to you live on another beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Well, I want to welcome everybody that's watching the stream. I just want to do a quick shout out to a couple of our new followers. We're now at 70 followers, guys. That is amazing. And I appreciate the community. I've been reaching out to the communities lately and trying to get more people involved to get to this 100 follower mark on Facebook. So we're almost there. Glad to report that we only have 30 more followers to do the giveaway. So again, thank you very much for following. Chris Boward is now following. I appreciate it. And a shout out to Stuart Hamilton for following Rebel Gaming. We appreciate all the follows. We had a couple of people follow last week too, and I'm not too sure why it hasn't populated yet. However, though, we're getting closer and closer to our goal, and today we are on the road to level 50. Last week I showed you we finished the Dark Iron Dwarf character as well. So I'm excited about that, getting that done. Now we started on a new one. This time we faction changed and we're actually starting on one of my Horde tombs. We're doing a I believe we're doing a Nightborn. Yeah, we're doing Nightborn. That's what we're doing. So we're gonna mess around on that today. But as a different thing that we're gonna do, is we're actually gonna do a little different take on our normal way of doing things. We're actually going to do a murder mystery segment while we play WoW. So we'll have a discussion about different murder mysteries every week. Or we'll have some type of thing to talk about normally, but this segment's going to be murder mysteries. And we're actually going to talk about the 10 most infamous, the 10 most, excuse me. We're going to talk about the 10 most infamous American murder mysteries. We're going to do the 10 of them today, and so that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about these murder mysteries. We have 10 of them. So as we travel on to our level 50 road, and as you guys journey with me, we will talk about these mysteries, and we will play WoW. That's kind of what we're going to do. But really quick, in the world of Blizzard, let's see what's going on here. Give me 1 second. Anyway, there was a new update for WoW that just came out. Not WoW, but I think Battle.net. That came out in the launcher. So if you haven't noticed some of the different little interface changes to that, You can check that out under the What's New tab. But today we're actually going to talk about moving on to the main topic of our main thing here. We are going to talk about 10 most infamous American murder mysteries this week. It's our murder mystery week. So we're trying this a little different, to try something new as we play WoW and go through our adventure. If you guys will, I don't know who's watching, but let me check my volume. If my volume is doing good, I would appreciate the feedback. Hello. Hi, Tate Daniels. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you. Okay. Yeah, I can make it a teeny bit louder. Move my mic a little bit better, closer. Let me see here. There we go. How's that better? Okay. All right, so we're going to move right along, and hopefully we have a good thing here. See here. All right, we're going to pop it open, and we're going to get on to it. Hopefully my volume is when we get to the game part. Well. Thank you very much for the like there, Tate. I'm not too sure if you're a follower, Tate. I think you are. I think you were here before. There we go. All right. So, we are playing retail today. That is the Yeah, I think so. I think you were one of the others. Thank you, Jason, for coming on board. And Lee Abrams, thank you very much for liking the stream. Appreciate you guys. We are now at 70 followers. I'm very much excited about this. The reason why I'm excited about it is because we are 30 people away from doing our giveaway. So these people that are liking and following, they are automatically in this contest. So when we get closer, we're going to announce what we're actually giving away. I believe it is Blizzard Balance. So if you want to be entered in that contest, you gotta follow. So we're going to move right along. So let me unmute this. And I hope my volume is at a good balance. Let me change over to my multi-stream, make sure somebody's watching on Twitch. Because I get some viewers there on Twitch and YouTube too. So, alright. We're moving right along, folks. So today we're going to be on the 21 Hunter. And we are moving right along. We need 29 more levels to get to level 50 to get our Heritage Armor. This is what we've been doing lately. Just trying to go through all the different allied races and getting their Heritage Armor. So that's what we're doing. We're out in the Tristful Glades area. And we're following the quest line out there pretty good. I must say it has been an adventure with this. It's actually really refreshing to see this, to go through all these quests again. And yes, if you actually play the Alliance and the Horde, and you play a Worgen, and then you go and do the Tristful quest line all the way to the Forsaken Front It's very cool because it all connects, which I didn't think about that connecting. And so it's kind of like one of those things that you don't really realize until you really play all these different characters. Yeah, and I've already done quite a bit of the Alliance already on the Allied races. Now I'm working my way into the Horde. It is a bit of a grind, I will tell you that much, and that's what we're doing today. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing. We're also going to be talking about our murder mysteries. So once I get this, I'm going to send this to myself so I can read it as we go. And I hope everybody's doing fantastic out there. Okay. Actually, I am not doing any type of what is it? Any type of add-ons or anything. So again, thank you guys for liking and following. Just giving you guys some credit here. I'll be right back in just a second. Alright, we are back, and we're ready to roll. So, I have my handy-dandy iPod, my iPad, and we are going to do this at the same time. So, alright. 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 So, moving right along, we are going to talk about the 10 most infamous American murder mysteries as we travel on through this quest line that we are doing. So I hope everybody's doing fantastic and ready to rumble. So let me switch stations. Okay, let me make sure to see what we got going on. Okay. Alright. So, as we go along here, let me go ahead and put this back on. Alright. So the very first one, we're going to talk about the Valencia, I believe it's called Valencia Axe Murders. And with this, it seems like a lot of different mysteries, if you look at it as a whole, it becomes one of those things in history that we get more and more, I wouldn't say intrigued. Yeah, I would say intrigued about how it happened. And specifically, I am doing we are doing marksmanship, and I am doing the Nightborn Hunter. And I like, the only reason I do Hunter is because it's easy enough. I'm not doing it specifically, but specifically I'm doing a Hunter on the Horde server. That way I have, because I only have another toon on here and it's a mage. So I like to have a Hunter on Alliance and Horde, so I don't have a Hunter on the Horde. I only have a mage on the Horde at the moment. So I'm trying to build more of a balance on both sides. So I have a little bit of everything. So if I want to play Alliance one day or Horde one day, you know, it's kind of one of those things that I can do. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing at the moment. Let me make sure okay, that's disabled. Alright. So, one of America's most mysterious mysteries involves a commonplace rural house in the unassuming town of Viskla, Iowa. And we are going back to 1912. The Moore family lived here, including Josiah, his wife, and their 4 children. On the evening of June 10th, the family welcomed 2 of their children's friends to stay the night, not knowing that they would be dead by sunrise. Well, that's not a good thing, I'll tell you that much. And it's kind of intriguing to look at all of the different things as a whole. And so someone entered the Moore's home in the wee hours and took an axe to every single person inside. After a neighbor discovered the gruesome crime, an investigation probed ties to then Senator Frank F. Jones, a traveling minister. It's always got to be the minister. It never fails. I'm going to put this right here. I don't need that. All right. So it happens to be leaded to the senator, which is kind of, you know, not surprising. Politics, come on now. A traveling minister and a nameless highwayman seen roaming the town. None were convicted, and the case remains open, but the house has become a hotel and museum open to those brave enough to enter. So let me ask you a question, guys. Would you be interested? Would you go to a hotel knowing? I would go just for the historical relevance to it, because, you know, I'm a history buff, so it's kind of interesting to see all that come into play. All right, so number 2 is going to be the Axemen of New Orleans. Okay, so from May 1918 to October 1919, the still identified serial killer terrorizes New Orleans and surrounding areas of Louisiana. All right. His victims were poor, so it looks like his MO was going for poor Italian-American women in their homes who had been attacked after removing a panel from their back doors. Okay. Hence the reason why we lock our doors, right? Well, this is 1918, and that thing, you know, didn't really happen. So he looked like he had an MO. He's going for poor houses, obviously. And that's kind of where that went. So the Axeman was famous for using his victims' own straight razor or axe to slash them, leaving them many to bleed out. So that was his MO. Okay, the killer is most famous for vowing a letter to a local newspaper that he would kill someone on March 19th, 1919. All right. Only someone not listening to jazz with every dance hall and house party full of people. No one died, and the Axemen's reign came to a sudden and mysterious end. So it just stopped. A lot of people, what they'll do, and you'll find this out in a lot of serial cases, is that, they'll start the spree and then they'll stop out of nowhere. And sometimes they won't specifically stop. They'll just, stop for a little bit, or sometimes stop it all together, and they don't know who it was. So obviously, it brings to question a lot of things. So, So yeah, it all comes to question on everything here. Where the heck did my stuff go? Trying to figure out what happened to my person. Of course, Tom dies. where'd my person go? I know I had a quest. Now my quest is completely gone. Okay, that's annoying. I don't know what happened to my quest. I was working on one. Alright, so moving right along. So number 3. This actually hits a little bit closer to town since I live in Ohio. We're going to talk about the next one. Number 3 is our Cleveland Torso Murderers. Murders. During the Great Depression in the 1930s, the Mad Butcher is what he was called. It was actually called the Mad Butcher of Kingsbury Run. He began targeting drifters and residents off of Cleveland's shanty towns. So obviously he had a, that was his MO. He was looking for, the people that were in these crappy parts of town. So the murders were especially gruesome because the killer not only beheaded and dismembered at least a dozen people, but he also split their torsos down the middle. That's a really gruesome way to go. Like, ugh, why would you even go that far? According to authorities, believe the criminal to be a current or former butcher or anatomy specialist. So you gotta know what you're doing to do this correctly. I guess. I don't know. 2 separate arrests were made, however, but one was released due to insufficient evidence. The other claimed that his confession had been forced and later killed himself. Though fellow inmates may have been responsible, the case is most famous because Elliot Ness was public safety director at the time. Legend tells us that he knew the killer's identity but lacked necessary evidence to arrest. So that brings in a lot of other questions on whether or not if that had something to do with it. Now I need to find a way out here and try to figure out what happened to my daggum quest. Because I had quest out here. I don't know what happened. I don't want to go back all the way to the sepulcher either. Okay, well, we'll have to try to figure it out. Alright, so that was the Cleveland Torso Murders. There's 10 of these, so it kind of makes it interesting because you think that somebody of that nature would make sure the town's safe. So apparently they're not doing their job. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Anyway. So that's kind of what we're doing at the moment. Let me make sure. Hang on just a second. I want to make sure that my... hopefully we have a good... Give me 1 second. Alright. I don't know what happened to my music either. My music stopped? No, it's still going. I just can't hear it. There we go. Okay, cool. I had some music playing in the background, but I don't know what happened to it here. Okay. So, the next one's going to be number 4, and that's the I think it's called the Texarkana Moonlight Murders. I think I butchered that one to pieces. Anywho, hope I don't get killed over here. I'm in Gilneas City, but it's the ruins of Gilneas, so I don't know. I need to figure out what happened to my quest. It just disappeared. Anyway, so we're talking about the Texarkana Moonlight Murders. Number 4. So in 1946, a series of murders in and around, I think it's called Texarkana, sent the Texas town into a panic. I hope it was in Texas. That would be a really interesting name if it wasn't. But at any rate, in February that year, the Phantom Killer started attacking a couple of couples at dusk on the weekend, and apparently beginning with Jimmy Holes and Mary Larry, who both survived. The next attack, just 4 weeks later, took the lives of both Richard Griffin and Polly Ann Moore, while another couple, Paul Martin and I believe it was Betty Jo Booker, met the same fate 3 weeks later. In response, residents armed themselves, police increased patrols, businesses closed early, and the Texas Rangers investigated. After the Phantom attack, Katie Starks and the killer, her husband Virgil, I guess, the murder stopped, but would live on by inspiring the film The Town That Dreaded Sundown. This was in 1976. If you haven't watched the movie, that would reference what we're talking about. So check that out. So that was the Texarkana Moonlight Murders. That's a big word there. All right, number 5. We're going to talk about the Black Dahlia, I believe her name is. So, in a case that haunts Los Angeles to this day. So apparently, to this day, people are still remember this. People that live in Los Angeles. The naked body of 22-year-old Elizabeth Short was found lying in a Lemont Park. I believe it's called Lemont Park, vacant lot on January 15th, 1957. Ironically, that is on my birthday. Not ironically, but you know what I mean. That's just crazy. Gruesomely, it was initially mistaken for a broken mannequin, as her corpse had been drained of blood and cut in half at the waist. Authorities would discover that her mouth had been cut into Glasgow smile. Okay. And that the chunks of her flesh were missing from her breast and thighs. Oh. And local media dubbed her the Black Dahlia, after the film The Black Dahlia in 1946, and sensationalized her life and death. Los Angeles Exclaimer even lied to Short's mother and to bring her to L.A. and get the scoop on the case. The investigation considered over 200 suspects and many false confessions, but it remains a mystery despite countless investigations led by authorities and amateur sleuths alike. So obviously, they don't know what's going on. You know, when it comes to like investigations and stuff like that, it's like, well, what do you do with that? You know, if it comes to a cold case, and you know, it's more of a burden for the family than it becomes, and especially when it comes to sensation. You know, people are constantly trying to make a quick buck on these kind of things. You know, especially when it comes to, you know, somebody else being at harm's way. So I'm trying to figure out, I was on this quest line here, and I'm trying to find the next part of my quest. Because I was over by Tempest Reach, and I don't know. So you know what? Screw it. We're going to go back to the Sepulchre. I think that's what I have to go do. Actually, I'm going to go south. Alright. So that was the Black Dahlia. And that's a movie, actually, that was made. You can actually check that out. That's a 1946 movie. which I don't get. Because if it was, okay, I guess I could see the reference. All right, so number 6. This one's a little weirder. It's called Boy in the Box. Police Department. This was looks like in Philadelphia, PA. On February 25th, 1957, a trapper in the Fox Chase area of Philadelphia, PA, stumbled upon a blanket-covered body stuffed into a cardboard box. Although he kept silent to avoid having his traps confiscated, a passing college student later reported the body, and the naked victim was 4 to 6 years old, with signs of severe malnourishment, a lifetime of beatings, and recently shorn hair. Further searches unearthed a child's cap, scarf, and handkerchief. While media attention brought forth several confessions, most strikingly, one woman claimed her abusive mother had purchased, tortured, and accidentally murdered the boy before dumping his body. In 2016, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children added his facial reconstructions to the database, but to this day, the identity and death of America's unknown child remains a mystery. So, you know. Yeah. That is a...
What is it? Our time.
Oh, I hate doing this quest. This is so stupid. Alright. So this is number 6, and that was Boy in the Box. And obviously, to the next one, this is a more popular one, a lot of people know. The Zodiac Killer. So in the late 1960s, 7 people were attacked by a killer who targeted young couples on dates in secluded areas in Northern Carolina. The 4 men and 3 women ranged from 16 to 29 years old. I hate this quest. Okay. But only 2 survived their encounters with the dangerous Zodiac, who claimed his name in several series of letters and cryptograms sent to Bay Area police and newspapers. The killer claimed almost 40 murders, and more chillingly provided details from the confirmed crime cases that he alone could have known. Although Zodiac was never caught, police and amateur investigators have pursued several suspects, and the case remains open in California Department of Justice and related counties. Now, I was watching something about that, and apparently they actually cracked the code of who the Zodiac Killer was, but they can't, obviously bring it to justice because they don't know all of it. I think they actually just started cracking the code, if it already had been cracked recently. In the 21st century.
We will persevere.
Yeah, you get some characters with this. So that is a that is one of the cases that rock people that do this for a living, like, actually, try to solve cold cases. It's definitely one of those things.
What now? Goodbye. Remember, patience, discipline.
Okay, so moving on to number 8, Kitty Murders in Cabin 28. So in 1981, Glenia Sue Sharp was staying with her 5 children in cabin number 28 in the Sierra Nevada mountains in mountains of Kitty, California, between the evening of April 11th and the morning of April 12th. An unknown individual used a claw hammer to brutally slaughter Sue, her 15-year-old son John, and his 17-year-old friend Donna Wingate. The eldest Sharp daughter had slept over next door and discovered the bodies in the morning. Though her 12-year-old sister Tina had disappeared miraculously, her youngest brother and his friends had slept through the attack, with only a door keeping them safe. No arrests were ever made, with Tina's skull unearthed years later near Feather Falls, and the cabin itself was destroyed in 2004. So, I guess never sleep through, people can sleep through that sort of thing. I don't know. I just don't see myself sleeping. I don't know. It all depends if I've worked hard that day or something, whatever. But it's like, why would you, how could you sleep through that, But not knowing, there's several different ways you could process that. But anyway, so yeah, they slept through that. I just don't understand how you would sleep through that kind of issue. Alright, the next one is number 9, John Bennett Ramsey. In the case that shocked the country, 6-year-old John Bennett disappeared from her Boulder, Colorado home that day after Christmas in 1996. Wow, the year I was born. Upon discovering a lengthy ransom note on the back of her on their back steps, her mother Patsy called 911, but just 8 hours later, Father John Bennett found the girl's corpse in the cellar. The junior pageant queen had been struck on the head and strangled to death, causing authorities to investigate her parents. Though a handwriting test of her mother remained inconclusive, lead investigator Lou Smith suspected an intruder, and the eventual trial ended with the decision not to indict the family. Later, police theorized that John Bennett's brother, had likely accidentally caused her death, leading to the family to cover up the crime, but it remains open with the Boulder Police Department. They're in Colorado. Yeah, they're Colorado. Ask questions. It's kind of like one of those things. Level 22. So yeah, that even becomes more thinking. So who, obviously it was an intruder. Why would it be the family? But it makes no sense. Some shady stuff going on. All right, and the final one, number 10, Long Island serial killer. Well, this is actually relatively recent. So, the man alternately known as the Gilco Beach Killer, or Craigslist Ripper, killed 10 to 16 people associated with the prostitution over 2 decades. His crimes were discovered in 2010 when 24-year-old escort Shannon Gilbert was missing at Oak Beach. Okay. Although she was found, I believe it was found months later, doesn't specifically say, have drowned in a nearby swamp. In related search, an unearthed woman remains in a burlap sack along the Ocean Parkway. Alright. Related search unearthed, with several more found thereafter. By April 2011, many more had been found at the dump sites near Long Island, Gilgo Beach, and Oak Beach. With one murder dating back to 1996, police believe the killer had to be 20 to 40 years white male, familiar with the area and with law enforcement. But guess what? He was never caught, and remains at large, hunting the Long Island area with legacy of the terrible crimes and the possible victims that have yet to be found. Okay, so those are the top 10 murder mysteries for this week. And obviously, if you go through all of these, it asks questions like, they're so complex, cold cases especially. Like, what drives people to do crazy things like that? It's just one of those crazy things, especially in a quiet town. Nobody thought, especially about 100 years ago, you could leave your door unlocked, and even back into the 40s and 30s, but 50s probably, 60s, all the way up to the 70s. In certain areas, that thing wasn't murder wasn't a thing, obviously. So, it just asks the question, why? It could be for several different reasons. But moving right along, that was kind of something different. I wanted to kind of do something like that. And next week specifically, we'll go into more detail on another one. We'll do like little things like that to kind of just mix up the channel a little bit. Hope everybody's doing fantastic. And they're doing okay. So it seems like, though, on another side of things, that COVID-19, as far as like restrictions, are finally lifting in most places. Here in Ohio, they've done that. You know, people are getting vaccinated, and it seems like, you know, I'm a little aggravated though they're not doing BlizzCon. I know that they're not doing it this year in California, which, you know, is aggravating. Because a lot of people, you know, would like to see it somewhat come back to normal, and it's slowly happening. I think next year, though, we'll probably have one. And it's, you know, aggravating to see not to have a physical conference, but it seems like they're going to do this virtual conference this year, so we don't know when. They just recently had it, so we kind of know what to expect, honestly. Honestly, we expected that to happen because, you know, it's California. Nobody likes California. I don't like California. The only reason I like California is because of Blizzard. Only reason I'd ever go. That's the only reason I would go over there. But with COVID, it's kind of, you know, not possible at the moment. But I feel like it's going to be very soon. My pet. Come here, Tom. Oh, my pet's dead. Oh my, I have to revive my pet. Well. Why did I get stunned? Anywho, if you haven't followed already, please do. We are only just a little bit away from getting our goal to 100. We only need 30 more people, and we'll be there. You know, I've posted on different groups as well to try to get more people. You know, if we could share this, share the stream, that way we can get these 30 people so I could do this giveaway. That'd be amazing. It'd be awesome sauce, you know? And we are almost close to the end of our stream. We only do this for like an hour, so on Wednesdays. We normally do a, sometimes we'll do a second session. And if you haven't already followed and subscribed our Facebook channel, or not subscribed, but followed it, we do have YouTube. So our PlayStation stuff goes on YouTube, our PC stuff goes on Facebook. So if you ever want to check out the other games that we do, YouTube would be the place. Because, you know, honestly, I can only do World of Warcraft related material, even though I did the murder mystery thing, you know, but like my main thing has to be World of Warcraft related, obviously, when it comes down to it. I guess I have to fall down here. So, and the goal here, if you are wondering what we're doing, alright, I guess we have to deal with this guy. Alright. The reason I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to get some horde tunes that I can get up to the current level, at least to level 50 on some of these. On some of these. There we go. I guess he's stoned. Get it? Stoned. He's a rock. Well, we had to be there. Alright. And probably after the end of this dungeon, we are going to call it, because we are at 51 minutes into the stream, so we typically only do for an hour. And we'll be back again next week. All depends. Sometimes I'll do a Sunday night stream, just to kind of give you guys more, but no, Wednesdays between 4 or 5 p.m. we'll start the live, and we go for like an hour talking about the most current events or something interesting that's been up here. And you know, I ask questions of all kinds of different things, especially WoW related. So you know, if you want more content, you know, check us out, follow us. And thank you again, I'm going to probably butcher this, Vingzolea. If you could follow, that would be also awesome too. I appreciate the like there. All the likes and follows we can get, we appreciate it. If you follow the channel, you'll get some more access to when we go live, and sooner or later we'll be doing a membership access too, so you'll get more behind the scenes coverage. That is coming soon, very soon, and with that, a lot more benefits of being a follower on Facebook. Alright, well, I should have wasted that. Guess we gotta go kill that lady over there. Princess Huge. Jeez. Hey, my name's Princess. I like rocks. I guess she would have a rock salad. Get it? Rock salad. Oh, well, how stony. She probably gets pebble dressing put on it. That was a good one right there. I'll tell you what. Yeah. Oh yeah. I cracked myself up sometimes. Yeah, I think she's like on the most memorable like classic dungeons. I actually think this one actually came in like the top 10 that people liked because it's so easy. It really is. It's one of the easier dungeons to do. So if you're just now tuning in, we are doing the road to 50. So right now we're actually got up to 22, so we're getting there. And today was the murder mystery thing. You can tune into the earlier connected there for a little bit, so I apologize. And we're moving right along. So yeah, it's something I've decided to do and see how successful that would be with that. So if you liked the content, if you have any questions on regarding whether or not you like something, you'd like to see something on Rebel Gaming, let us know. We appreciate that. I can't use that. That's annoying. Welcome to the stream, guys. Hello, hello. So yeah, we are actually coming to an end. So I appreciate everybody that's watching and the continuous streamer watching us. And we're on the road to 50 on our Nightborn. And as we progress, and I play through the week, so we will progress as we go along. So and as we go along, we'll show you the updates as we go. And it's something cool. We're trying to always try to mix it up. You know, and trying to try to keep it going, doing new things and different things is kind of what we want to do. We want to make sure everybody is enjoying themselves and, you know, like to see the stream. That's kind of one of those things that I like to see. You know, if people are actually enjoying what they're watching, you know, it's something I can do something about it. You know, that's kind of like one of those things. So if you like the video, follow. We appreciate it. And it looks like we're going to be coming to an end here. So I appreciate everybody watching. And until next time, guys, this is Rebel Gaming. We're going to be signing off. Alright. Well, I believe that is all I've got for now. Thanks for watching, and you know, if you like what you saw, subscribe, follow. We're on Twitch, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, and right now we're doing a competition. If we can get Facebook followers up to 100, we're doing a competition the 4th of July. So I know that's not that far away, you know, honestly, but I think it'll give us plenty of time to get our 100 follower goal. So if you'd like to follow, information's over here. Let me see if over there. So at Rebel Gaming 9691, yeah, Facebook and Twitch. If you'd like to donate to the stream, the cash symbol REBEL969 on Cash App. And then if you want to find us on YouTube, it's Rebel Gaming Federation. Look it up in the search bar. Alright guys, well this has been a very exciting video. I hope you enjoy it. Until next week, see you later. And remember, be simply amazing and stay epic. See you guys. Bye now.